Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed.
He warming up.
We're sparring.
That's what we need.
Truthfully, I just feel like our generation got to step up and start really like doing their homework.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden Love ass.
One, when a legend like Oscar De La Hoya points his finger at the new champion of this generation, Gervonta Tank Davis. It's about more than a fight. It's a direct and public challenge between two eras. De La Hoya is daring Tank to prove his claim as the face of the sport. He wants him to do what modern fighters won't break: his legendary record of 5 title fights in 1 year. This isn't just a call-out. It's about legacy, and the Golden Boy is demanding an answer.
This is a dangerous fight for Jake. Gervonta's technical expertise, his speed, his precision, the fact that he's a counter striker are dangerous facts that make me think that Jake's really got to lock in for this one. On the contrary, if Gervonta feels a couple big Jake Paul shots, it's going to be detrimental.
I think this is going to be one of those ones that gets a real good racial split. I think it's going to be some real black versus white shit, dude.
Hey, Jake scared, man.
Unboxing.
I saw it in Jake's face. Jake scared, bro.
Say a center in Miami, Florida.
More importantly, Tank saw it. Gervonta is an animal for real.
I gotta ask you, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Does Davis have a chance?
No. Gervonta is a great boxer, but he ain't gonna be Jake Paul.
So you got Jake Paul by knockout, or?
No, I don't got anybody, but I don't think
He's just too small.
it's just I don't want to beat up somebody that small. I don't want to, you know.
What do you think of the
I
fight?
don't want to lose to somebody that. There's no point in the fight. It's a great fight, actually.
You think
I'm not
it's a good
hating on the fight, but I think my thoughts on it is let's watch and see what happens.
To Oscar De La Hoya isn't willing to let his records fade into history. He has publicly challenged Gervonta Davis to break his personal achievement: 5 world title fights in just 12 months.
And that's what it takes. Keep him busy. Tank Davis is not the face of boxing because he doesn't fight often. He fights once a year. And he's probably one of the best talents in the world. I love Tank Davis. I love watching him fight. I love when he goes in the ring and just demonstrates power and speed and he doesn't give a shit. I love that. But he has to fight more often. We want to see Tank fight 3-4 times a year. Tank Davis, I dare you to break my record. 5 world title fights in 1 year. Let's go.
What do you think of Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis? I know on Instagram you called it a circus.
Yeah, this is, boxing is slowly turning into the WWE. That's what I think.
Does Tank Davis have a chance?
Yes, but
Yeah?
I don't even want to talk about it. Don't ask me a question like that again.
Yeah, right.
In today's boxing world, where a top fighter is lucky to fight twice a year, the demand sounds almost insane. It's designed to provoke, to question the heart and activity of a modern champion. De La Hoya framed it as a call to return to the golden age of boxing, when the best constantly fought the best. But to understand the weight of this challenge, we have to go back to the year when the Golden Boy set that very record. What happened then created a standard that feels untouchable today.
Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
You know what? So you had enough of Pacquiao is what you're saying.
Oh, trust me. Right when I walked into the ring, I had enough of Pacquiao.
You thought that when you got in the ring?
Oh, well, Rich, this documentary, my gosh, it's sad too at the end because it shows the whole Pacquiao situation. I was getting beat up in training camp when preparing for Pacquiao. So I knew that was the end already for me because Pacquiao was just coming up.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was like the star in the making. But what really screwed up my whole training for that fight was I started drinking heavy during training camp and nobody knew. Oh yeah. I mean, it gets, so I was literally a dead man walking into the ring.
For the year was 1997, and Oscar De La Hoya wasn't just a fighter, it was a phenomenon. His legendary run began with a showdown against defensive genius Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, a fight many believed he would lose. But he came out on top. From there, he defended his crown against elite contenders one after and a third of it Camo, the flashy Hector Macho Camacho, and the dangerous Wilfredo Rivera. Every fight was high stakes, every opponent a new style and threat. De La Hoya showed what it meant to be a true champion. That year cemented his legacy.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't going to be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an exhibition.
Okay. So what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, 10 3-minute rounds.
Jake Paul, you say you want to be a world champion. You say you want to take this sport serious. Then take it serious. This is not a popularity contest. I'm actually praising Jake Paul here to take this serious because I really truly feel if he fights the right fights and takes the right path to that world title, he can actually get there. I'm not sure because it's up to him if he can win it, but he can get there. But he's not going to get there.
5. But De La Hoya's challenge ignores the harsh reality of boxing in 2025. This isn't only about a fighter's courage. It's about the system today's champions are trapped in. Tank Davis's division is full of killers: Shocker Stevenson, the technical master; Devin Haney, the undisputed champion; and Vasily Lomachenko, still a dangerous shadow in the background.
That video of you and Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older, apart. But I feel as though he slowed down. All that partying and drinking and stuff slowed him down.
Thank you so much.
Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
You know Vasily Lomachenko, the boxer?
Yeah.
His dad made him do Ukrainian dance for 2 years, made him stop boxing. And now if you watch him fight, his footwork is insane. Like he's standing in front of a guy and then he'll like switch and throw a jab and circle off to his left and catch him again and circle off to his right. The guy does not know where the fuck he is.
Yeah. Getting just one fight signed with any of these names can take a year of negotiations, politics, and network battles. De La Hoya's demand isn't just bold, it's unrealistic. It overlooks how complex and business-driven boxing has become.
Truthfully, I just feel like our generation got to step up and start really like doing their homework.
But don't you believe that when it's all said and done, they will be able to respect it?
For sure. Because what they really respect is.
Yeah.
That's what they like. I disagree with that logic too. Like, I'm just like a different type of person to where I understand like boxing is a sport. So guys gonna go in there and they gonna lose. And I know I was just popping a lot of shit about being undefeated earlier. So they gonna come back and try to talk about that. But I'm like being for real on this. Boxing, one guy has to lose. And when you go against the best, and you are the best too, but somebody was just a little bit better, you gonna lose. So it comes with the sport. All the greats have losses. Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns. They was in the era where everybody fought everybody, so everybody had losses. So truthfully, I don't think boxing should be a way where guys just hang on to this fucking undefeated logic that has to fucking keep going. And everybody only likes the undefeated.
7 champions today don't avoid fighting 5 times a year because they're afraid. It's because the financial model is different. In De La Hoya's time, networks like HBO paid stars to stay active and keep building their legacy. Now, with pay-per-view dominance, every fight is stretched into a drawn-out spectacle.
When two personalities come into the ring together and create the perfect storm. And that's exactly what they're gonna do on April 22nd, is create the perfect storm. And yeah, a lot of guys obviously know I'm with my guy, you know? And this is the reason why we're gonna bring back those glory days, those big pay-per-view glory days, because of this guy right here, Ryan Garcia. So April 22nd, these two guys here are gonna battle it out. They're gonna fight.
And I can't do any talking whatsoever because I'm not going to fight for them and they got to do the job themselves. But that's the beauty. They wanted this fight. Nobody else. Ryan Garcia wanted this fight years ago. And now it's here. April 22nd, so...
Skate behind the scenes of the Garcia versus Davis fight, another war was being fought. The biggest controversy was a ruthless contractual detail known as the rehydration clause.
Chilling, ready for the big fight, and it's on. Everybody made weight, but you know what's crazy is that the weight was never, ever an issue. Ryan Garcia made it with no problem. But it goes to show you the character of Gervonta's team. No confidence whatsoever. Think about it. You got to put all these clauses and this and that and rehydration clause and to make sure that Ryan doesn't, gain a single ounce after certain pounds. Like, come on, guys, no confidence whatsoever.
This clause restricted how much Ryan Garcia could weigh on the morning of the fight, long after the official weigh-in. For a fighter already cutting hard to make weight, it was brutal.
I almost had his ass in the second, but, I was too weak. I knew I was going to lose in the back room. I had no power. I had no mind. I was dehydrated. It was really bad. I should actually die cutting that weight. I should have. But God protected me because I was blistering out of my mouth. I had no spit. It hurt every day to make that weight. I shook. I was shaking in the bed. Like, shit was crazy.
Do you ever think about the tank fight, or is that just in the past?
I mean, what can I do? I did everything I could to try to propel boxing forward. That shit was boring. I took a rehydration clause where you can't gain more than 10 pounds after the weight. I literally, I stepped into the ring with a separated rib, and this is not an excuse, but I was severely dehydrated, so anything I got touched with affected me in the ring when I was sparring. It is what it is, but I still said to myself, I already committed to this. I said I'm gonna do it, and that's what I'm gonna do.